Welcome back to our channel. My name is Teacher Smith and today we are going to understand a very interesting method. Now to understand this, I have taken a question from the past year GEP. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. Let's read the question. The question says, Alex bought some files and pencil cases for $42. Each file cost $4 and each pencil case cost $2. There were 3 more files than pencil cases. How many files did Alex buy? So here in this question, we have 2 types of items, files and pencils. And both the items have their individual price. Regarding files, let's say, every file has $4. And there's not just one file, there's many of the files. But regarding files, we know there are 3 more files as compared to pencil. So this is just about the files that are present. So let's say for every pencil case, we can observe every is for $2 and there are many of the pencil case, but in such a way that the files are 3 more. The question also says the total number of files and pencil cases, the amount he spent was $42. And we have to find out what is the number of files did Alex buy. So we have to find out this number. Now here in this files, we don't know how many of the files are present in here. Finding it can be pretty challenging because there are 2 items and 2 items have different value. One is for $4, another one is for $2. Challenging. So let's try to understand how we can solve this question. Now to make you better understand about this question, I'll give you an example what happened to me last evening in my backyard. So there was one question that came to me. The example was, in my backyard, there was same number of chickens and rabbits. The total number of legs when I watched, it was 120. And we need to see what is the total number of chickens that are present in my backyard. So regarding the total number, the question says, there's same number of chicken and same number of rabbit. And we know the total number of legs. But for this animal, we all know regarding chickens, how many legs does each chicken has? We can see standing on 2 legs. So chicken has 2 legs. And regarding rabbits needs how many legs to walk? Yes, there are 4. So the example also says the same number of chicken and rabbit. So let's say if I draw a rabbit here. Each rabbit has 4 legs and there are many rabbits. We don't know how many. Now regarding chicken, each chicken has just 2 legs and there are many chickens. But the total number is the same, the number of chickens and the number of rabbits. And we also know the question says the total number of legs are nothing but 120. And we need to find out what is the number of these chickens that are present. Now, let's for an example, let's say if I tell you that there are 10 legs and each animal is chicken, just chicken. So how many chicken will there be? Oh, if there are 10 legs, each chicken has 2 legs. So we can find out there are 10 divided by 2, which is nothing but 5 chicken. So what we can understand, if there is just one quantity, one item present and we know the total, we can easily find. But the total given is for 2 items, that is 2 animals. And both the animals have different number of legs. So how to find this out? Now to count the number of legs that are present, the animals, what I did is last night, I took the chicken and placed it on the rabbit. So the chicken is standing now on top of the rabbit. So what is the total number of legs for this one chicken and one rabbit? Yes, we can observe here. If one chicken, one rabbit put together, the total number of legs is just 6 that are present. So since there's same number of chickens, same number of rabbit, I can put all the chickens on top of all the rabbits. And if we count for each of these groups that I have made now, each group has just 6. So what we can understand, when I try to club them together, we can find the total number of legs for each group is just 6, 6, 6. So in this 120, I have to find out how many 6 are there and how to find this out. Yes, we can take the total number divided by 6 in order to get this as 20. So what does this 20 represent? The 20 represent there are 20 groups. And each group has how many chickens? Yes, each group has one chicken. So 20 groups means 20 chickens. The question is asking find the number of chickens. So the answer is just 20. So what we can understand from this example, see, here we knew that there are two different items present and we knew the single value for each item. The total number of this item was also given. So what we did, we tried to group them together. And when we group them together, we can find out the number of groups in order to find out the number of items. Now, understanding this example, let's see our question. Now, in our question, the problem is regarding the files and the pencil cases. Is the number same? No, the files are 3 more. But for this 3 more files, we know the total cost is nothing but 4 times 3, which is nothing but $12. So can we find out the cost of this same part? Yes, we can. If we remove this 4 times 3 from this 42, we can easily get the price of the same part. So let's just first find out the value of the same part. From this 42, we remove this 4 times 3 and that is nothing but $30. So this $30 is for the number of files and the number of pencil case. Now it is the same. Now what we can do? We can put the files and the pencils together in one bag. And now it's a group. So what is the price of one bag? We can find out for one bag, the price is nothing but 4 plus 2, which is nothing but just $6. So we can find out cost of one group. 4 plus $2, which is nothing but $6. So we know now the total cost is $30. And for each of the group, it's just $6. So how to find out the number of groups now? We can find out just 30 divided by 6, which is nothing but 5 groups. Now what does this 5 represent? The 5 represent the number of groups, but in the same part. So here we can see here this 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So till here we have the same number of items. But here regarding the files, there are 3 more. So here to find out the number of files, it's 5 plus 3, which is nothing but 8. And this is nothing but the total number of files. So what we can understand from this question here, the question said there were some individual value. There were 2 different items that were present regarding the files and the pencil case. So if you know the total and you know the individual value, what we can do is we can club them together. We can group them together into one. And we can find out the number of groups. After getting the number of groups, we can easily find out the group for 1. So, what we can understand, the summary. Here, we have used the method. The technique is called as grouping method. But when to use this grouping method? Here, when there are 2 or more items, then we can group them together in one item. And then we can find out the number of groups to find out the actual number. Now, if you have understood this question well, you can try this practice. You can pause the video, read the question, and then after getting the answer, you can type it in the comment box and I'll help you to check. So with this, we have finished off the question. Now what's more, here on 1st of May, I'm going to do a seminar on GEP where I will discuss what you can do to break through the last GEP of this year. So if you are interested to join the seminar, there are some free stuff for you as well. You will get 2 free materials, 2 books, and then 2 of the following classes just for free. And I'll be the one conducting the seminar and classes as well. So if you are eager to sign up, you can scan the QR code, share this poster as much as you can, get 10 likes, and I'll help you to sign up for this seminar. With this, I'm Teacher Smith signing off right now, but I'll see you in the next video.